Virginia 500 on Fox is brought to you by New Quaker State, the power to reduce friction. By Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of NASCAR. By the Home Depot, NASCAR's home improvement warehouse. And by Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar, eating good in the neighborhood. 99 laps to go at Martinsville. Dale Earnhardt Jr. leads 4 Chevrolets. Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart, then Elliott Sadler's Ford, the Chevy of Bobby Labonte, and the Dodge of Sterling Marlin.
Larry, I'm just so impressed with Dale Jr. I mean, he takes his time. He's not roughing anybody up. He's not forcing the issue. He just takes his time. Even though Gordon was closing, he took his time with Newman and got around him clean, didn't get into him or anything else.
Yeah, I mean, Newman definitely dealt him a fit for a while, but he used that patience.
Junior's lead now 1 second over Jeff Gordon. Here's a look at yesterday's results of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Brought to you by Sears. Dennis Setzer the winner over Ted Musgrave. Interlopers, truck whackers, Kevin Harvick in third and Darrell Waltrip in seventh. Darrell is 35th in the points, by the way.
Yes, after one race.
For those of you that are counting points, and I didn't know you were, Bobby Hamilton and Rick Crawford are the point leaders.
A lot of points battle. Dennis Setzer, that's 2 races in a row here at Martinsville, plus 2 in a row on the Craftsman Truck Series. One race Marin a couple of weeks ago.
Talking about points, you do the math. You said, well, now, if I ran them all and I'm 35th now, where would I be, see?
Not sitting next to us most Sundays. How about that?
Remember, the higher you go, the harder it gets.
Yeah, I do know that. You're talking about up the food chain, right?
Here's the interval from Junior back to Jeff Gordon. 2 lap cars in there, Tony Raines and Ryan Newman.
Yeah, when he was battling Ryan Newman just a few laps ago, and you see Jeff Gordon battling Ryan Newman as well, he had slowed Dale Earnhardt Jr. down to 2180s and 90s. Now Earnhardt Jr. is back to running 50s and 60s.
But he's not going to be for long, Larry, because Junior is coming up on a big pack of traffic.
A lot of cars are still on the lead lap, and that makes it even tougher.
Just a lot of guys, what I would call lurking back there right now. Tony Stewart's back there, the 48 car, Jimmy Johnson. There's a number of cars that are just looming in the background.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is fixing to catch Ward Burton and Joe Nemechek that just actually made their lap up just a few laps ago. Plus, Kurt Busch got sideways a while ago. Now he's in verge of going to lap down in the 97 car.
When you get down here near the end of the race, and we're closing in on that now, we're inside 100 laps to go, you start using up what you got. If you've been holding back anything, you start driving it in a little bit harder, using a little bit more brakes, you get back in the gas a little quicker.
We talk about what you got. How about what you're going to get? Are you going to need another pit stop?
Well, you know, the guys that actually were on pit road in lap 348, most of our leaders, should we go green, they can make it. But like people like Kevin Harvick and Elliott Sadler, they will not be able to make it. I won't say not. You taught me not to say not, DW, but the math says they can.
I think they'll be going so slow that they hope they can make it.
Things are pretty well spaced here among the top 5 as you go through Jimmy Johnson back to Tony Stewart. And then Tony Stewart has 3 seconds, make it 4 seconds now, on Elliott Sadler, the 5th place car. Here's Sadler. Lurking is a big term in the online computer world. It's people that look at all the postings on the news groups, but never post a message themselves. Like,
well, that would not. There's somebody here that's lurking, may be aiming to post a message.
I think so.
Before the day's over with.
Okay. Sterling Marlin there in 7th place. You saw Bobby Labonte 6th, Marlin 7th, and Jeff Burton in 8th. When we get to Burton, we're going to be 11 seconds back of the leader.
And, Mike, at my house, lurking is when my fax machine runs out of paper.
Ah, I see.
I have messages lurking inside my little machine.
Okay. Rusty is 9th. He is 12 seconds off the lead. Look at the experience in this group. Rusty Wallace 9th, Ken Schrader 10th, and then Terry Labonte 11th.
And as Dale Jr. works some traffic up here, Rusty and Kenny Schrader battling each other. One thing about being the leader, you got to get to the traffic first, and the people battle you harder.
And we've talked about 2 tires versus 4 tires. See, Terry Labonte still on the lead lap in 11th. Kevin Harvick was leading this race 60 laps ago, elected to stay out. It took our leader, Dale Earnhardt Jr., 60 laps to go by him with those 4 fresh tires and put a lap down.
Paid the price for leading that little bit of the race he did there.
Well, Harvick's strategy needed one more caution flag between then and now.
I'd say that's what they were banking on.
Yep. Well, we've had 7 cautions, and all between lap 100 and lap 348. But Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the first of 15 cars on the lead lap. Welcome back to Martinsville Speedway. 77 laps to go with Junior leading Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart, Elliott Sadler. Here's some of our Budweiser aerial coverage. And the rail line that right now runs along the backstretch is going to be moved so Clay Campbell can build more grandstands back there and more folks can come and enjoy Winston Cup Racing short track style. On the half-mile paperclip shaped Martinsville Speedway, where Junior right now has a 0.7 of a second lead is all.
Yeah, she's looking more and more like Bristol. They get the grandstand all the way around her. Look like Bristol, look like Richmond. It's what you can do with a short track.
Well, Mark Martin in the 6 car, he fought forever to get his lap back, and now he goes back a lap down to Dale Earnhardt Jr.
All right, let's show you how not to get your sponsor's decal on TV.
Ricky Craven in the 32. We're looking out the back of Robbie Gordon.
Like that.
Yeah, but you see, you want the back of the car to do that. You want the back of it to fold up. That way it doesn't spin you out, it doesn't hurt you. You just don't want the front to do that. Now what Ricky might want to do is run up there and hit it one more time, maybe fly off and get a caution, because if he doesn't, he's going to go a lap down.
He's only about 5-6 car lengths ahead of leader Dale Earnhardt Jr. And we have been told that NASCAR has told the Robbie Gordon group, Kevin Hamlin, that group, Singler car, fix it next time you're on pit road.
Jeff Gordon is closing.
Speaking of lurking,
Yes.
he is back there lurking, and he has been consistently just a few 100ths quicker than Dale Earnhardt Jr. Where he really catches him is when our leader catches that traffic.
Remember the finish in Texas for second place? Junior and Gordon banging side by side to the line, and one of them said, I think it was Gordon, said, well, if that had been for the lead, we might all have wrecked.
Or I'd have definitely raced him differently.
That's more what he said. We just interpolated it to mean would have been big.
I think it means the same thing.
I think you're looking at 2 guys that got the big picture in mind, though. I think they're thinking about the championship. Both of them are. They're not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize that, I don't believe. So they're going to race smart.
Craven surrenders a lap to Junior. With all the success that DEI has had on the restrictor plate tracks, they have only 1 short track win.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Richmond, Virginia.
Boy, Craven and Earnhardt Jr. Dale Jr. went in hard underneath the Craven and slid up and took them both up the racetrack.
That's like I'll clear myself, thank you.
That puts us the 13 cars now on the lead lap.
24's got that look off of turn 4 there, Larry. Him and the 20 car, they get down in it. They get way down on that old pavement.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that Budweiser car, he's running that second group just as he's been doing most of this race.
Watch him here off the turn 4. He goes up high here, but watch Gordon. Here he comes right down on that old pavement. And he really gets a nice jump out of there.
It looks like Jeff Gordon gets a much better jump off turn 2, though, than he does turn 4.
Well, that turn over there is looser, and I think Dale Jr. is moving around here a little bit, trying to find a little bit better line off of there so he doesn't jump sideways so badly.
Now, Darrell, that high line Junior's running, is that easier on the tires than cutting it down to the bottom?
Well, if your car gets a little bit loose, you got a little bit better chance of hanging on to it up there. You get down around the bottom, pinching it around the curve, it'll want to jump out from under you. You get a little bit different angle off of that corner over there, it'll stay under you better. And sometimes you know you can do that, and you know you're holding a little something that you don't want to show the guy behind you, but when it comes time, you move up there and do it.
This is a battle right here between Bobby Labonte and Elliott Sadler. Bobby Labonte goes by the 38 car. That's for 5th place. Remember, Elliott Sadler, he has 30 more laps on his tires, but as we draw near to the end, I don't want to speak too soon. We're about 65 laps from the end. Remember, Elliott Sadler in the 38 car, he would have to pit for fuel, at least at the end, near the end.
Spin in turn 2. Ryan Newman. And it is a caution flag.
Caution is out.
And it flew right on the roof of Dale Earnhardt Jr., so if he got the caution, nobody gets a lap back. And did Junior get the caution?
He didn't get it. I didn't see him get it myself. I think if Craven will hustle back around here, he'll get back on the lead lap.
If he didn't get it, he will get his lap back.
Dale Jr. was way past the start line. Now, Jeff Gordon was coming to the line.
The 32's already taken the caution. NASCAR's telling him right now. Junior didn't take it, but the 32 car did.
So let's explain that. You can only take the caution flag once. And even though it waved over the roof of Earnhardt Jr., he had not taken the caution. He was past the line, but since Craven had, he wasn't eligible to race Junior back.
That's a semi-freezing the field kind of thing, sort of.
Now, Jeff, we're going to be about 60 laps from the end of this thing. Most of these cars have a lot of laps on both sides. I know we've seen 2 tires work, but I just believe if I'm anywhere near the lead lap or on the lead lap, I want 4 tires to race this thing to the end.
Amen, brother. 4 tires. I don't want to hear any kind of argument, discussion about it. Get in here, get you 4 tires. Let the driver go up there and get what he wants.
May I just say, give me your 4 best tires, too.
Absolutely, my friend.
Might Tony Stewart again gamble with 2?
I just think this racetrack is not as in good a shape as it was earlier. I think you have to have 4 tires. Steve Burns.
And Jimmy Johnson's going to get 4 tires. They talked about making a track bar adjustment. Jimmy said, leave it alone. Just give me the tires. They made an air pressure adjustment for forward bite. To Matt.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s in. They're not going to make any adjustments on the Budweiser car. No adjustments on Jeff Gordon's 24. Doesn't appear to be any adjustments on Tony Stewart's car. Everybody just going 4 tires to race off pit road. Looks like the 18's going to get the 8.
Now, our guys, I'm sure, give us information, but I have to believe Bobby Labonte that he took 2 tires. You can look at the race off pit road. Look right there, 40.5 seconds. Jeannie had to be 2 tires.
You are correct. The conversation coming in, Michael Fatback McSwain saying, do you want 4 tires? You want track position, buddy? So the decision was to go for the 2 tires, and that's exactly what they did.
In Bobby Labonte's case, I like that strategy. Where he was, what did he have to lose?
He won this race doing that.
He ran, what'd you say, Jeannie, 188 laps on his left side tires last year, or last time he won it? Pretty good.
And, of course, what he's going to be out there, clean racetrack for most of these final 60 laps. That way he can run where that car wants it to run.
A beautiful spring day and a packed house, every seat sold at Martinsville Speedway. Let's do a little Pepsi fan cam here.
We're having a party, dancing to the music.
NASCAR Winston Cup Racing on Fox is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. They will restart with 57 laps to go. Bobby Labonte snookered them all by taking 2 tires to gain track position, and he beat Jeff Gordon out of the pits and Dale Earnhardt Jr. by a narrow margin, so he is the leader. Ryan Newman has taken his car to the garage.
Really good strategy. Only thing I don't like, Larry, and we saw this a couple of times, takes a lap or 2 or 3 or 4 maybe for those pressures to equalize, those right sides to the left. That could hurt him with these guys jumping all over him here on this restart.
The thing he'll have going for him, though, he's out there in clean racetrack. And as long as he'll clear Ricky Craven, who's going to be fighting hard to get back on the lead lap, he'll be okay. Gets a good restart here, a good jump. 58 laps to go.
Bobby Labonte got out way in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Craven takes Jr. up the hill and back.
I mean, they are 3-4 wide down the backstretch because of that. But boy, what a break for Bobby Labonte.
Middle, come down to the middle. Got one inside.
Boy, Craven must have a tire down, guys, because he is just, or else he's picked up a lot of debris.
Something I think did happen to him, Darrell. Even coming to the restart over in turn 3, he almost stopped for a second.
I think he's got a right front tire down, Larry. Yeah, it is.
He's having a heck of a time getting to pit road because so many cars are going by.
He's got to get to pit road, and he can't.
And that really cost Earnhardt Jr., who has fallen to 5th.
Boy, what a break for Bobby Labonte. Not only does he now have a 1 3/4 second lead just after 3 laps, there's 2 lap cars in between him and Jeff Gordon, Johnny Benson, and Mark Martin back there battling Jeff Gordon.
Well, Craven is going to end up in the fence.
He is in the fence.
Turn 1.
Caution's out. Come on, guys.
Caution is out. Caution is out. Nobody will get a lap back.
9th caution of the day. Lap 446, and because, now that's an old New England short track trick. You roll up to the wall, and you stop to draw the caution, and then you scoot away. That did not escape the attention of the NASCAR officials, and there will be, I believe, a penalty forthcoming for Ricky Craven.
Pit road is closed, but I don't look for anybody to be coming. Track position much more important now.